you believe in luck or fate? If not, then you probably don't believe in instant karma. It's a Buddhist belief that intentional actions result in future consequences. There's every chance the people in the following video didn't believe in instant karma either until it announced itself full force. Strange karma. Nobody is exactly sure what Stephen Burton of Oregon was doing when he entered someone else's home completely naked and tried to give them a hug. The homeowner, Gail Wilson, managed to call police who chased off Burton. However, instant karma arrived on the scene and decided the police weren't punishment enough. As Burton made his escape over a fence, he tumbled down and got his leg caught in a tree. There, the 30-year-old was left hanging totally naked for all to see before police arrived to arrest him. The good kind. Just to show that instant karma isn't all about the negative, we thought we'd tell you about Mike Vegas. The California native had a day off from work and decided to order some takeout. When the food arrived, Vegas opened the wings to discover that along with the chicken and sauce, there was $1,300. The money had been misplaced during its trip to the bank. Rather than keep the money, Vegas returned it and his good deed was rewarded with free pizza for a year. The cat's revenge. Karma knows no limits, and it can balance itself out anytime on anyone. It also has no age restrictions. With the nearby parents recording, this little girl is shown approaching a cat. When the feline doesn't budge, the child deliberately stomps on the animal's tail. The cat is shown chasing the little girl, but then stops, probably distracted by a bird or squirrel. The karma gods, not done yet, decide to even out this little encounter by sending the girl tumbling over a wall into a full-on faceplant. It's who you know. Matt Buckland is an HR executive at a London investment firm. Every day he rides the subway to work. In 2015, Buckland was making his commute when a nasty passenger pushed past him and told him to F himself. Despite the rude start to the morning, instant karma was smiling on Matt. That day he was interviewing people for a job posting, and one of the candidates just happened to be the rude commuter. Buckland said the man didn't get the job for what must have been a rather uncomfortable interview. Road rage karma. Florida driver Jeffrey White found out that going out of your way to be dangerous and rude while driving is an invitation for some instant karma. The Florida resident was shown tailgating, giving rude gestures, and cutting off a female driver who he perceived to be driving too slowly in the fast lane. Instant karma decided enough was enough and saw to it that White spun out and smashed his truck on a tree. Not done there, police showed up later to give him a few extra charges related to his driving. Don't taunt the animals. When someone is rude to you or gives you the finger, it likely makes you a bit upset. It turns out monkeys feel the same way. CCTV cameras caught some instant karma occurring in 2015 in northern India. A tourist is shown walking by a monkey on a bench. The man taunts the creature before giving it the finger. In a rather amusing response, the monkey doesn't take this sitting down and knocks the man to the ground. Instant karma was served, and everyone, except the tourist, had a good laugh. Disarmed robber. When Zachary Sam saw an advertisement for some rare Air Jordan shoes on Craigslist, he couldn't turn it down. Unfortunately, Sam had no intention of paying for the shoes and pulled a gun when making a deal for the goods in the seller's SUV. With the shoes in hand, Sam thought he was going to get away with his act of armed robbery until the seller did a U-turn and ran him over on the street. Police later caught up with him in the hospital where he was promptly arrested. Crime doesn't pay. In November 2015, Florida resident Matthew Riggins decided to go on a robbery spree. When police were informed by locals that a man in black was lurking around, they closed in. With police, dogs, and helicopters all searching for the thief, it is believed Riggins hid in a local lake until the search was called off. Unfortunately for the burglar, the lake was home to some pretty big alligators. Days later, most of his body was recovered, although forensics did identify some of Riggins' parts inside of an alligator. Man versus train. Bethany Lewis discovered that instant karma comes in many forms. In April 2016, the 33-year-old was riding the subway when he decided to try and steal another passenger's iPhone. Things didn't go too well, and he ended up failing to get the phone while assaulting 2 other people in the process. Trying to make his getaway, karma stepped in and put a Manhattan-bound train in Lewis's path. Fortunately, he only suffered some cuts and bruises, but now faces a number of charges for his crime. A burglar's bad choice. Gregory McCallum thought he had an easy score when he broke into 72-year-old Frank Corti's home in 2009. Instead, the knife-wielding burglar suffered a major case of instant karma when it turned out Corti had served in the military and was a retired boxer. All his training kicked in and Corti disarmed McCallum and knocked him out. With a black eye and a split lip, this would-be thief ended up being handed a beating and 4.5 years behind bars. Well, you know what they say, karma is a bitch. Please spread around some positive energy as you go about your day. You can start with liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Thank you for watching.